The conclusion. Yeah, because we want to finish this. I like to finish my work. You know, I want to finish my work. So we're doing 20 more minutes of the Gary Russen program. 20 more minutes of the shoe. Okay, one more, just 20 more minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up, and we'll close out the show for today here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker across America. And I'm Gary J. Russen. I hope you're enjoying the program, and we're going to wrap it up here with 20 more minutes of the Gary Russen program. We're staying on an extra 20 minutes, and then we'll close out for today, okay? Let's see. I wanted to do something real quick. I want to get the... I know what I wanted to do, but I couldn't remember what I wanted to do. I hate when that happens, man. Okay, I was going into the thing for the ending. That's what I was doing. I was getting the ending. If I rattle on, just never mind me. I just do that from time to time. I just rattle on, only because I just like to. You know, just kind of mumble to myself and try to find something. Let's see. I want to find my ending. Yeah, here my network closed. GJRB Online. Okay, now when we get another promo in there as well. GJR Broadcasting, and I want to throw in. Let's see. I think I would like to just throw in one more promo for the. Already got Bright Holiday out there yet. Well, let's just put Radioland in there. We got that coming up this month. By the way, Radioland's going to be pretty good this month. I've got the Lux Radio Theater coming up. That's a good show. We've got the Lux Radio Theater, and I've got a couple of comedies, including a radio version of Father Knows Best, and I'm going to have those. I got a couple of mysteries, and you're going to want to tune into that. Radioland coming up in another week or so here on GJRB Online. Matter of fact, let me check that. Let me check my portable hand calendar, find out when that's going to be on here. Let's see here. We're going to look in our pages and find it. Well, let me see here. Yeah, here we go. Radioland will be on the air on November 15th, live here on GJRB Online. It'll be on from noon to 4 p.m. Got some great stuff on that show, including, like I said earlier, got some comedy. I have Father Knows Best. I've got a show. I think I got an episode of Bob Hope. It's here, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. A couple of dramas to start things off. Springtime in the Rockies and Lux Radio Theater. They're going to follow up by a radio episode of Dr. Kildare, another show that started on radio and was transferred to television. Dr. Kildare from February 1st, 1950. And then we're going to go into the second hour with Father Knows Best. And that's Robert Young played the father on the radio episodes too. Abbott and Costello follows. Join the Merchant Marines from January 25th, 1945. And then we're going to go to hour 3 with superheroes. Yeah, we're going to have the Green Hornet, Market for Profit from May 31st, 1945, followed by Superman. Yeah, Superman started on the radio. It was a comic strip, started as a comic strip, and then went into radio, and then it went into television. I don't know who plays Superman on the radio, though. Couldn't tell you. Superman, the baby from Krypton. So this is one of the first episodes. From February 2nd, 1940. No, February 12th, 1940, sorry. February 12th, we're going to go to February 12th, 1940 for that one. And then in the final hour on some music and comedy, I'll have a Bob Hope show featuring Al Jolson from April 8th, 1947, and we'll wrap it up with another episode of Blondie. Mr. Dithers goes out. I can't read my own writing. Anyway, time unknown on that one. So you're going to want to check that out. Radioland coming up in November here on GJRB Online. We bring you the greatest days of old radio. I love doing those, old-time radio. It's fun. Radio Land, November 15th at noon Central, right here on GJRB Online. And let's see, what else do we got coming up? Yes, another Crooners on the 17th, both live. Crooners and Gary J's Radio, Television, and Movie Classics. And then on the 18th, I had slated a Gary J Sports page that is now canceled because, like I said before, the reason I canceled that program is because I'm going to put Gary J Sports page in the bed for a while. We're going to kind of give it a rest because there's so much sports going on that I don't have time for it on the schedule locally. I could do it here on Spreaker only, which I thought about doing. But I have really been out of touch with sports lately, and I've been kind of not following football and all that because I've been kind of ticked off at the NFL. So I don't know. I kind of been putting that show on the side for a while. It's been off the air for a while, so it's going to stay off the air until January. And then in January, I'll try to bring it back. Don't know why I just don't have it on right now. And then I'm going to, then we're going to start our holiday programming about the third week. And of course we start I got on the 13th, Gary J in the afternoon music show, some of your favorites. And that Monday the 13th. Then we're going to go on toward the end of the month. And then on the 25th, okay, on the 22nd at 11 a.m., way out there, we're going to repeat that show from October 20th, followed by the last 7 days, and then on the 24th, we'll have a brand new Way Out There, the strange, the bizarre, and the unusual. And I'm working on a video version of of this program, the Gary Russen video show, which is on the GJRB TV YouTube channel. So we got all that coming up in November here on GJRB Online, the What's Happening sound on the internet. GJRB Online. Okay, so we're gonna and let's see. 5 o'clock Central Time right now. 5 o'clock in the Central Time Zone right now. 6 o'clock East. It is 3 o'clock Pacific, and you are listening to the Gary Russen program. We're winding down. I'm just going to do about 20 or so minutes left of the program, and then we're going to kind of close it down. I just, since I lost about 20 minutes during that internet outage, I want to make that up. So let's kind of wrap it up here. That's what I'm doing. So this is just playing around here and just kind of closing things up. But you can still be a part of it, and I still have my Skype open, Gary.Russen. You can also, talk to me on the Spreaker public site by getting into the chat room and saying hi at least, and know you're there. Okay, I'm going to do that right now. Okay. And those questions are still available if you want to answer them on here as well. You can still answer the questions. Do you prefer to keep it daylight savings time? Would you like to see daylight savings time go? Or do you want to hang on to standard time? Or like I said, leave it alone. And do you ever plan in the future to get a gun? Are you one of those that want to get a gun and keep it for safety? Are you planning on getting a gun, or do you have one? You can leave that message to me too as well, and I like I said, even though I'm off the air, you can still respond. Because then what I'll do is I'll have another show coming up, and I'll answer them right on the air. So you never know when the Gary Russen program. I'm just going to pop in there with one because I like to do more of these programs. I'm trying to get my name known on here. And the best way to do that is to keep on making myself known on here by being on the air more often. And that's what I'm going to do today. Just planning on doing these straight shows like this and try to see if we can gain some audience. But I'm going to try something the next time I go on the air. I'm going to do what one of my other followers do, and that's post that I'm going to be on the air on all my public sites. And I got planned. I'm on Instagram, by the way. I just started an Instagram here recently, and I'm going to spread that show on there. I'm going to try to get this show on Instagram. And also I'm going to try to get this show on a few other places to try to get some audience. So I'm spreading it around, including trying to get it on Pinterest more as well. So on the GJRB online on the GJRB online internet radio board on there, you'll be able to, if you're on Pinterest, you can catch our show there too. It'll lead you right here to the Spreaker public site, and you can listen to the show that way. So if you want to do that, you're welcome to do so. Last 20 minutes of the Gary Russen program on GTRB Online right now, and the final part is on the air. And so I'm going to stay on the air till like about 20 minutes after, and then we're going to close up the show for today. Let's see. I'm going to close there. Let me see here. I want to see if we can. Here we go. Click here. Okay. Go through this page and see if there's anybody. Okay. Near Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What happened up there? Let me see if I can get back up to that page. Near Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Interesting picture there. Incredible time-lapse view of an aurora borealis last night in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah. Awesome. Like that. That's cool. They were seeing the Northern Lights up there, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, yesterday. That's from Weather Nation. Good video. You know, let's see, something about FEMA. What about FEMA? Oh, where is that now? See, this kind of jumps on me sometimes when I'm trying to read. That's rude. Okay, let me see. I can post that. I'll go up the page a little bit. Found this fascinating. What the heck is that? I like that. Okay, here we go. No, that's Reddit. Reddit user warned about Kevin Spacey's pedophilia over a year ago. Okay. Alright, let's see. Well, that doesn't surprise me. It says here that records show the Texas church shooter had discipline problems in school. Well, duh! I'm sure he did. Let's see. Okay, the Gary Russen program conclusion is on here. I'm looking at it right now. When you click that cart deck, it'll come up and you can listen to our show right there. Big shout out to Andy McCrae. He posted something on here about the darkness. So you get dark soon. This is about 15 minutes ago. The sun has set in the Quad Cities. Have a great night. 4:48 p.m. Let's see. Just all that. See if I find that story I was looking for. Here we go. FEMA finalizing plans to airlift displaced Puerto Ricans to either Florida or New York. First time ever, airlifted Puerto Ricans. Okay, there's a good reason they're doing that. Let's see if I can get this to start over. Let me see. Okay, come on. Okay, it's getting stuck.
Air breach. Essentially what they're doing is evacuating Puerto Ricans who have nothing left to go home to and are currently staying.
For the first time, FEMA's airlifting Puerto Ricans to Florida or New York, according to CBS News.
Calling it an air breach. Essentially what they're doing is evacuating Puerto Ricans who have nothing left to go home to and are currently staying in shelters. They're evacuating them to the mainland where there are more hotels.
Now I do see that point. You know, they are no home to go to. So they are helping these Puerto Ricans to get a place to stay after Hurricane Maria. 100,000 of them have already gone to Florida. Already. Have left Puerto Rico to go to Florida, according to FEMA, according to CBS News. So that's good. That's real good. It is a remake of a movie that is real old. You know, remember the original version of that movie, Murder on the Orient Express. They have made another movie. They are remaking that movie. Of course they're going to remake a movie. They have no originality whatsoever. And whatever originality they have is dirty. But the point of the matter is they are remaking Murder on the Orient Express. And I've been seeing the promos for that. Kenneth, can't even pronounce it, Branagh will set the production design. Jim Clay talks about the film and it's set for this movie. Murder on the Orient Express getting remade. And you're listening to the Gary Russen program. We're kind of winding things down a little bit, kind of getting to the end of the show. So far, every part of this program has been empty, every single one of them. So I'm hoping that I get some listeners after I get off the air. Maybe so. I don't know. We'll see what happens from here. But I'm going to try something before I go on the air the next time. Now, I got a Gary Russen program coming up. I'm going to do another one next week. I'm thinking of another one next week. Today is November 8th. Next week, I'm going to be doing Radio Land that I just talked about. The following week, it's kind of a empty week, and it's the start of our holiday week anyway. I got Way Out There coming up on the end of that week. And we start our Christmas program with American Christmas Jukebox. But between that, I'm thinking about maybe on the 21st, that's a Tuesday, possibly either that or the 29th after Thanksgiving. I did cancel CCF church services and a broadcast and rock worship on the 28th. So I'm thinking maybe another Wednesday broadcast of the Gary Russen program, Freeform, like this one. And I'm going to post days before on my 72 to 48 hour notice rule that I have. So that would mean I'd start posting it to, let's see, about 3. I'll start posting it, right? And I will promote it during American Christmas Jukebox. So if I do another Gary Russen program, it'll probably be on November 29th. And I'm not sure that's our anniversary date or not when we started this program, or this radio station. It might be. I'm not exactly sure. I have to double check and see if I remember when I started on Spreaker. I might do a little research on that, find out when I started on Spreaker, but I don't remember. I think it was like toward the end of November. It was right around the time Sandy Hook happened. I know that because that was our first day on the air. So I'm thinking it was probably on that day. So I'll have to look that up. I'm going to make that our anniversary date to go on that we started GJRB and when we started the Gary Russen program. So I'm gonna check into that, and we might do it in around our anniversary of GJRB because we started that we started this in 2012. So I'm thinking maybe perhaps we could do an anniversary show. I don't have that many clips to play from that far back because I don't think I have any. Got rid of a lot of shows off. They were probably on the old computer that I started this on, and that's long gone. So whether or not I even have anything in existence from that show is hard to say. I would have to do some extensive searching to see if I can even find that first show. I don't even know if I have it. And I started on this black microphone. I remember it. And I held it in my hand. I just talked that way. But that was like a long time ago, folks. Can't believe I've been on that long. Really don't. It's amazing. We'll talk about that coming up on our next show. But I think I'm going to put a conclusion to this show here pretty soon because I really am running out of things to talk about. And when I start rambling on, which I like to do quite frequently, it's time for me. And I am tired. I was up late last night getting this show together. And then I got up early this morning to go over and record the last 7 days over at Burger King here in Clinton on 2nd Street, our meeting, and talk and stuff like that. So I'm kind of getting like on the verge of falling asleep here. I'm that tired. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to put an end to this program at this point and just close down the show. You know, that's just it. So that's going to put an end to the Gary Russen program for today here on GJRB Online. Despite all the problems we've had with this stupid internet going down, that's going to do it for the Gary Russen program. We'll be back again for another edition of the Gary Russen program. I'm going to talk about maybe one next week or a week after that, depending on how much time I got, what I do, because next week we're going to be doing Radioland. So let's just see what we got coming up, and let's see. I'll just put it up on the turntable and spin it. Okay. That's going to do it for the Gary Russen program. Have yourself a good night, everyone, and we'll catch you real soon for Friday for some smooth jazz. We got our smooth jazz, smooth afternoon, Friday afternoon, starting at 12 o'clock noon Central. And the following Saturday, we'll do the best of jazz for our all jazz weekend. First weekend of the month, of course, is our jazz. And we got Bible studies coming up, and then I'm going to make those marathon up and get that All Saints event uploaded as well. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. You have yourself a good evening. We'll talk to you real soon. Good night, everyone. The Christmas lights are on, and the music is playing for another bright holiday of programming. Join GJRB again this year for the best in holiday internet entertainment. From all-time Christmas favorites to classic radio programs from the golden days of radio, GJRB will keep you entertained with the best of the holidays. More American Christmas jukebox shows. The annual running of Campbell's Playhouse with Orson Welles and the radio version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, starring Lionel Barrymore as Scrooge, along with Christmas episodes of your favorite classic radio shows. Then, New Year's brings you another Gary Russen year-end review show, remembering the best of the Gary Russen program in 2017. I'll be bringing you the best clips of GRP from January to December. Bright Holiday starts November 25th at 12 o'clock noon Central with American Christmas Jukebox on GJRB.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, even bowling, it's covered on Gary J's Sports page. I'll talk about what's going on in the world of sports all over the USA. We'll read you interesting articles about the players and even keep up with the scores of the games going on live. I'll even have guests from time to time and just talk sports. Better than any newspaper page, it comes alive. Gary J's Sports page.
Join me for Sports Page at a brand new time, alternating Saturdays at noon on GJRB.
We all run a busy schedule, and maybe we don't have time to catch the Gary Russen program. Well, here's the solution. The best of the Gary Russen program, highlighting the most memorable parts of recent shows. Each podcast I will play clips of previous shows and talk about them. Watch for podcast uploads during the GJRB's podcast weekend on GJRB's public site on Spreaker, reflecting on the past memories of past shows. The best of the Gary Russen program on GJRB.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between, like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland.
This is GJR Broadcasting.